Enter the stars. The Tesseract. Time and space. Now I want to give a shout out to Truth Media Revolution for finally getting to the bottom of the 88s. I was born on the 88th day of the year, March 29th. I'm 44 years old, which is half of 88. And this 88 has puzzled me from the beginning as we began to see these trends of them incorporating the 88s in almost everything in our visual media. And now it appears that all of us working together, TMR included, have gotten to the bottom of this. Now we knew the 88s had something to do with time, because in the film Back to the Future, which is all about time travel, they had to reach 88 miles an hour to jump through time. But now we found something that is simply amazing. In the book A Wrinkle in Time, they talk about the Tesseract. Now the Tesseract was first coined in 1888 by Charles Howard Hinton. And there is your clue. 88s and HH, Howard Hinton, which alphanumerically, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, his name encoding the 88s as well. Now when you look at the Tesseract, you see that you can see the 88 within it. You see 4 points on top of the cube and 4 points on the bottom of the cube, that's 8. And then you have a cube within a cube, that's another 8. And there is your 88. Now they describe the 5th dimension, which is what the Tesseract represents. Not only is it the 4 dimensions, up, down, and time, but it is time and space. They explain it here in the book, A Wrinkle in Time. First dimension is a line. The second dimension, you square the line. A flat square would be in the second dimension. The third dimension, you square the second dimension. Then the square would be flat no more. It would have a bottom, sides, and a top, which would be a cube. And the fourth dimension, you'd square the square. In other words, time. They describe it here. And then the 5th dimension is a Tesseract. You add to the other 4 dimensions and you can travel through space without having to go the long way around. Now I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I can tell you this. I'm not a big follower of gematria, but Christ's number is represented by the number 888. And that may have been his Greek given name, and this is where I'm on the fence about what all that means, but I can tell you this. This is the cross. This is the unfolded. This is the unfolded Tesseract. And this is simply amazing because when you unfold the Tesseract, you get the cross. And so maybe Christ is the only one that has dominion over time and space and the ability of time travel. And maybe they are trying to recreate this ability here on earth. And this is part of them breaking through to other dimensions. And maybe that is the goal, because they feel as though if they can break through time and space, that they will be able to conquer death. And this is where we've arrived at in our analysis of the Tesseract. Now, the Tesseract was featured in many films. It was in the film Interstellar. And they talk a lot about stars in the book A Wrinkle in Time. And they said they were the stars. And Jesus said, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eye is single, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is dark, your whole body will be full of darkness. And they talk about the darkness in the book A Wrinkle in Time here. And they talk about the stars, which I believe is the light, the lamp of the body, our pineal, which is our mini star, connected to our star in heaven, connected to one another, beyond time and space. If we can only find the narrow gate back, which involves being like Christ. This is unbelievable because they talk about the darkness and this shadow where the stars were not visible. Whole body being full of darkness. The dark thing blotted out the light of the stars. It was like a black hole. Then they talk about the light in parts of space where the shining of the stars was clean, clear, and pure. Stars and starlight, no shadows, no fear, only stars in the clear darkness of space. Quite different from the fearful darkness of the thing. They even talk about a star that lost its battle against the dark thing. It was a star, Miss Whatsit said sadly, a star giving up its life in battle with the thing. It won, oh yes, my children, it won, but it lost its life in the winning. And then they say it. Charles went up to Miss Whatsit and said, I see, now I understand. You were a star once, weren't you? And you did what that star just did. And she admits, I didn't mean ever to let you know, but oh, my dears, I did so love being a star. We see more hidden truths in the depiction of Christ upon the Tesseract in this 1954 oil painting, Salvador Dali. The crucifixion of Jesus. Obviously, Salvador Dali was a very evil man. Why he would be depicting Christ in this composition is beyond me. Maybe it's because they're laughing at us, showing us bits of truth. But there it is, confirming what we are discovering right now. The Grand Arch in Paris as well. This is depicting a Tesseract. This is where I am right now. I'm in France. This is depicting a Tesseract. We've actually decoded this on a previous video. The Le Grand Arch de la Défense. Construction completed in 1989, 1 year after 1988. They probably just missed the 1988 date, which would have confirmed this structure as being about time and space. Take care and be safe, you guys.